So it just dawned on me, out here as usual, looking for artifacts, points, whatever. I could turn this into a video while I'm looking. A few minutes here of me just rambling. But I have an important point to make, possibly. If you're interested in finding artifacts, you want to get better at finding artifacts, I think I have a point I've touched on, I realized several times in the last year. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute, okay? Please stick around. I think it's hugely important to finding arrowheads if you listen to what I've got to say. I'm D.W. Verts, this Hickbilly Outdoors. Hot summer day in the creek. Be right back. This is tricky. There's so many things to hunting arrowheads besides just stumble around in the fields and in the creeks looking for them. And I just said the word right there, looking. Anybody can go look. Okay? And one thing I've tried to do in my videos is teach y'all where to look, what to look for, because I've tried to point out all the chips and the pieces and the cores that are clues. But I've never told you the biggest secret and what makes a difference between some folks and other folks. And that is having the ability to see. Well, what do you mean by that, fat boy? Well, here's the deal. Anybody can go look. But there's a trick to seeing artifacts. To seeing and be able to pick out things, because not every point is going to jump out and bite you. And I have seen too many people, including myself, walk right past a whole point, a whole artifact. I've done it. I'm sure I'll do it again. I guarantee I'll probably do it today. So, is that a good enough video, or do I need to continue? I'm going to give you an analogy. Back in the day, I was a really way too serious trap shooter. Target shooter with shotgun. I love shooting anything, but trap shooter. I got pretty good at it. But I took a clinic with Uncle Phil Kiner from Wyoming, who literally opened my eyes. He said there's a secret to trap shooting. A secret. But he never in the clinic and in his outstanding trap shooting video does he ever really tell you that this is the secret. Because it's so much easier or better for your learning process to figure out for yourself. And I figured it out. Of everybody in our clinic, I'm the only one I think that got it. Is the secret was to see the target. Well, you say, well, you call for that target, you say pull, a target comes out of a trap house. Of course you see it, you wouldn't shoot at it if you didn't see it. But you're not looking. You're not seeing the specific target. You're seeing the motion, the blur, or whatever. It's just, guys, it's a fact. And when you learn how to see that target, and for me the secret was, I figured out, was when I said pull, even audibly to myself, I said pull, I said look. That's why I'd say it out loud, look. So my brain had no choice but to follow that command for that split second. Now that's a split second. The problem is nobody is programmed to concentrate for a long amount of time. So we're out here trudging around. All these rocks start looking the same. And I have seen people pass up perfectly white arrowheads in a black dirt field because they weren't seeing. They were looking around. I know I'm using the same word in a different way, but they're looking, but they're not seeing. And you can see, but not look. I hope that makes some sense. And we all do it. Look at all that looks the same. Oh, I guarantee there's an artifact somewhere down through here. So I try to, when I'm doing good at this, which is not every day, and not every time, not every minute I'm out here, I try to tell myself, I'm going to identify everything I'm looking at. I'm going to identify that's a junky yellow brown rock. I'm going to identify that's a sandstone, got some crystal in it. I'm going to identify that's some sort of broke off piece, but not by man. I'm going to identify that's a lighter gray rock, it's a darker brown rock. Everything I look at, I'm going to make a quick note. That's a leaf. There's a spider. I'm going to make a quick note, and if you can do that as you go and make a game of it, your brain will process seeing a point faster instead of just seeing it as another rock. Is that boring? Boy, not an award winner, but a little bitty tool of some sort. Ugly. They did something with that. Guys, it's the world. It's a world in shooting sports. It's a world in driving down the road, being safe, watching for crazy people, recognizing what you're looking for, and not just looking, but seeing. And I know I use the word look, but I thought look made my brain do better than going pull, see. No, I like pull, look. It's one thing that fit the mouth better. After saying pull, you roll into look. I mean, if that's too deep, well, sorry. What it is a secret of mine that I don't always follow to this day because I get lackadaisical, whatever. I get lazy-eyed. And when somebody comes along behind you and finds an artifact that you didn't see, it makes you feel silly, and it happens. I'm seeing, I'm not just looking. I'm spending extra seconds as I go. There's a light colored rock, there's a black rock, there's a dark rock, there's a rock that's been creek napped, there's a bunch of weeds, there's another rock or another spider, there's a piece of sandstone. I don't know how important I can get this. I don't know why I haven't talked about this before. Now, before it gets any more boring than this, secret. I talked about this in a video I did the other day. I've got a jug of water sitting up there about 40 yards away. I got some peanut butter cookies in the truck. Everybody's different. Everybody's bodies work different. You have to stay hydrated. You have to stay fed. In order to see, you ask somebody that's diabetic, they'll back me up on this. The diabetic people probably understand it better than I do. Your blood sugar gets stupid, you don't see things. If you push things too far without taking breaks, resting, rehydrating, and having a snack, your brain doesn't work as well. It does not work with your eyes, and all of a sudden you're just kind of walking around going, ha-da-da-da-da. You feel like you're doing a good job. Mushroom hunters, I talk to mushroom hunters all the time, can't find mushrooms. They can't find mushrooms because they haven't learned what to look for and to see them. And with mushroom hunting, after you find the first one, the second ones are always, after that they're easier to find. Arrowhead's a little different because obviously you don't find very many of them, usually. But in this situation, especially in these creek bottoms, these gravel bars, where everything kind of looks the same, is probably where this is the most important. But again, I have passed up artifacts, and I have seen people pass up artifacts in a black dirt field. It stood out like a sore thumb, but they get brain lazy. And they just go about their business, and they kind of forget why they're there. Okay? So I hope that makes some sense for y'all. I think it's a huge, huge secret that I don't think I've ever seen talked about before in artifact hunting. So in hot weather like this, you got to keep water, got to keep the Gatorade, whatever you like. Take a swig once in a while. There's a core right there. First real core. Not much of one, but it's still a core. Cool. Stay on top of your game. If you're serious about finding artifacts, you're one of those people who go, I never find them. Well, ask yourself, are they there to start with, or other people find them? Well, yeah, so-and-so finds them all the time. Well, he or she probably has a knack for seeing things. That's what I'm telling you to do. Learn how to see them. And I'll probably miss one today because I'm out here wandering around talking on the camera right now. But that rock's round. That rock's square. That rock's been broken bad by another rock. That rock's got a neat color. That rock's got a hole in it. There's a piece of petrified coral. Keep seeing things and making note of things, and then when that point shows up, it'll be, sometimes it's pretty blaring and glaring how they show up, okay? That's enough of that, I think. Stay hydrated. Take a snack if you're going to be out for much time. Good glasses. These aren't good glasses, by the way. Polarized glasses are a big help. These are polarized. And don't just go looking, go seeing. Okay? That's all I got right there. I'm Dale Verts, this Hickbilly Outdoors. If there's a secret I can pass on, that was it. That was truly a secret. Peace, y'all. God bless.